army kills many terrorists and destroys their weapons in the countryside of Damascus, Homs, Hama, Latakia, Idlib and Aleppo. Two Lebanese are killed and 24 others wounded in Tripoli, and the Lebanese army maintains control over the city and inflicts heavy casualties among the terrorists. Syria is renowned for its wooden mosaic handcrafts that reflect a rich culture and a profound civilization. Good afternoon. Welcome to our news bulletin. I'm Dania Nizam. A media source said that the denial expressed by a few Syrian Kurdish characters over the support provided by the Syrian government for the Syrian Kurds in their confrontation of Daesh doesn't change the fact or the stance taken by the Syrian government, emerging mainly by its commitment to fulfill the national obligations towards all the citizens in all parts of Syria. The source added that the support provided by the Syrian government is documented and well known, and it included the direct and indirect military support. The source noted that this position will remain steady whether a few people deny it or not. The source asserted that denying proposals made by a few will be useless in light of the insistence of the majority of Syrian Kurds on the national unity and on rejecting foreign diktats. The UN Security Council condemned in the strongest terms the series of terrorist bombings that took place yesterday in North Sinai, Egypt, that claimed the lives and wounded dozens of Egyptian soldiers. In a statement, members of the Security Council said that terrorism in all its forms and manifestations constitutes one of the most serious threats to international peace and security, and that any acts of terrorism are considered as criminal and unjustifiable, regardless of their motivation, wherever and whenever they are committed and whomever were their perpetrators. Security Council member states stressed their determination to combat all forms of terrorism in accordance with their responsibilities under the UN Charter, and demanded the perpetrators, organizers and financiers of this terrorist attack be brought to justice. At the same time, they called on all states to cooperate actively with all relevant government institutions in this regard. In Homs countryside, other army units killed or wounded a number of the terrorists and destroyed their vehicles in Al-Musharfa, Sahrij, Tel Sanabil, Sharshouh, Rastan, Talbisa and Ain Hussein. In Hama countryside, an army unit has targeted terrorists' gatherings and destroyed their dens in Kafr Qasr ibn Wardan, killing scores of them. In Idlib countryside, vehicles used by the terrorists have been destroyed and many terrorists have been killed in Khan Sheikhoun, Abu Dhur, Al-Naqir and Sheikh Mustafa. In Aleppo and its countryside, the Syrian Arab army units have killed a big number of the terrorists in Ard al-Mallah, Asfira, west of al-Nayrib, al-Ramusa, Khan al-Sabil, Hraytan and Bustan al-Qasr. In Latakia countryside, a Syrian Arab army unit has destroyed a den used by the terrorists in Al-Durra village, killing or wounding all the terrorists inside. Most of them are non-Syrians. The British ITV News website revealed that a British terrorist who had joined the terrorist organization of Daesh in Syria was killed in Ain al-Arab city, to become the third British killed. The site confirmed that the family of the terrorist, who is called Mehdi Hassan and was nicknamed Abu Dujana, confirmed the death of their 19-year-old son and that the image of his body that appeared on social media was real. The site pointed out that terrorist Hassan had travelled with a group of 4 other young men from the same British city to Syria and had joined the terrorist organisation of Daesh. 3 of the terrorists were killed, while 2 returned to Britain. One of them suffers serious injury and the other was jailed upon his return. In Iraq, the army forces have foiled an attack by the ISIS terrorists north Baquba, killing 12 of them. Moreover, the searching operations have begun to chase the terrorist remnants in the farms, while the army forces have also killed one of the most important leaders in the ISIS East Baquba, who is the one responsible for several sites specified in manufacturing the explosive devices, the car bombs and the explosive belts. More than 140 million Brazilian voters have begun to cast their ballots today in the second round of the presidential election, amid expectations of a major victory for the outgoing Dilma Rousseff on her rival, Aécio Neves, by 53%. This election is a referendum on a 12-year of Labour Party rule, in which Brazil witnessed an economic growth of 7.5%. Rousseff enjoys the support of the majority of Brazilians, especially the popular classes and poor areas. Syria is famous for its wooden mosaic handcrafts that started more than 150 years ago in the country, reflecting the ancient and profound civilization in this part of the world.
Syrians were renowned for their decoration arts and their wooden artifacts since the establishment of the first cities in the world. The professionals excelled in making wooden pieces mixed with other materials such as the animal bones and different kinds of shells or metal and even the precious stones. The artists used geometrical shapes such as triangles, circles, pentagons, ovals and so on. And sometimes they decorate them with natural material.
بالنسبة للموزايك نحن عندنا الموزايك الخشبي.
Concerning mosaic, we have the wooden mosaic, which is formed of several kinds of wood, such as the rose, the lemon, the walnut and olive wood. The diversity in colors makes the diversity of mosaic pieces. The rosewood is red, the lemon is yellow and the walnut is brown. Also we use the calligraphy to draw on wood.
Mosaic is a kind of beautiful arts that aim at displaying harmony between the reality and the imagination. This kind of arts needs patience and perseverance to form pieces that reflect certain concepts and poetical contents. It's a traditional handcraft that started more than 150 years ago in Syria and was used plentifully by the artists who used the available materials in their rich country to reflect their civilization and principles.
And with this, we end our news for today. Thank you for watching. For more details about Syria and the region, you can view our website in English, syriaonline.sy. After the break, it's our latest business and market news with Vani. God bless you and long live Syria.